I was sitting at the orchestra last week. The music was washing over me, and something cracked open. I could feel it. Decades of seeking, of striving, of trying to figure it all out. And in that moment, I saw clearly that every single bit of it had brought me exactly here, to this seat, to this music, to this knowing. And I thought about you, about how many of us are pouring our hearts into our work, writing the posts, building the offers, showing up again and again, and wondering why the right people aren't finding us yet. And the answer I kept coming back to was simple. We are leading with our thinking when we should be leading with our truth. We are leading with our expertise when we should be leading with our story. Because story is not a marketing technique. It is the oldest, most powerful doorway between one human heart and another. In Hawaii, they call it talk story. It doesn't mean tell a story. It means something much warmer. Sit with me. Let's find each other in the telling. Let's close the distance between us through the sharing of what is real. Talk story is what happens around kitchen tables and on long drives and quiet porches. It is how wisdom has passed between generations, long before there were content strategies or algorithms or conversion funnels. It is the oldest form of human communication, and it is still the most powerful thing that you can lead with in your business. Here's why. People don't want to be taught. They don't want to be lectured to. They don't want more information from another expert with another framework. They want to feel seen. And story is the only thing that can do that. When you open with a real moment, specific, sensory, and honest, something shifts in the person reading it or watching. Their brain does not register it as content. It registers it as experience. They are no longer scrolling past you. Now they are inside the moment with you. And in that moment they think, that is exactly how I feel. I thought I was the only one. That recognition is the beginning of everything. It is the beginning of trust, of connection, of someone deciding that you are the person that they have been looking for. Donald Miller, in his story brand framework, gave us something genuinely useful. He taught us that the customer is the hero of the story, not you. You are the guide. That single reframe has transformed how thousands of businesses communicate with potential clients. If you have not read Building a Story Brand, I highly recommend it without any hesitation. But structure alone is not what makes a story land. What makes a story land is truth, specific, human, unpolished truth that makes someone feel less alone in their experience. So let me give you a formula. 5 elements. Every story that makes someone stop, feel seen, and take the next step has all 5 of these elements. Starting with 1, the moment. Not a summary, not a backstory, a single specific moment in time. Where were you? What were you doing? What did you see, hear, or feel? I remember sitting at my desk at 11 o'clock at night, staring at a post I had written and rewritten 4 times over, cursor hovering over the publish button, and then closing the laptop without posting it. Again, that is a moment. The more specific the moment, the more universal the resonance. Give your reader that one image and they will fill in the rest from their own life. 2, the feeling. Name the emotion beneath the moment. Not the situation, the feeling. Because situations differ, but feelings are universal. Everyone has felt invisible. Everyone has felt behind. Everyone has felt a particular exhaustion of trying everything and still feeling stuck. Name the feeling precisely and you create instant recognition. And recognition is what makes someone feel seen. Number 3, the turn. Every story that serves your audience has a moment where something shifts, a realization, a conversation, a decision, something that changed the direction. This is what your reader is quietly waiting for. Not because they want to copy your path, but because they need proof that a turn is possible for them too. That if it happened for you, it can happen for them. 4. The truth. The insight your story revealed. The thing you now know that you didn't know before. This is where your wisdom lives. Not in your credentials, not in your methodology, but in what living your own story taught you. This is what makes your story worth telling. Not the drama of it, but the clarity that came from moving through it. 5. The invitation. Where does this truth lead your reader right now? What can they do with it? What is the next step you are opening the door to? Story without invitation is just a memoir, but story with invitation becomes a doorway into your world. Moment, feeling, turn, truth, and invitation. That is the formula. But remember, what the formula is actually doing is not manipulating anyone. It is not engineered persuasion. Each element exists for one reason, and that is to make the person reading or watching you feel seen, to close the distance between your experience and theirs until they recognize themselves in your story and trust that you understand where they are. Your story, it's not your past. It's not something to overcome or package neatly into a before and after. Your story is your greatest asset, the thing that no competitor can replicate, the thing no algorithm can diminish, the thing no market can shift. And it cannot be taken from you. The conscious creator who learns to lead with story stops chasing attention and starts drawing people home. Because your people are not looking for another expert. They are looking for someone who has felt what they feel, sat in the same uncertainty, and found something true on the other side of it. Talk story with them. Open with the real moment. Trust that the truth of your own experience is exactly what someone needs to hear today. That's not marketing, but it is the most generous thing that you can do with everything that you have lived. I hope to see you in my next video. And if you wish to come talk story with me, come see me in the Energetic Ad Lab in the Beyond Extraordinary school community I have created for conscious creators. I'm Andrea, and I'm honored to be your guide on this part of the journey.